totally free.
Back with you on SportsCenter yesterday. All right, on Sunday after the 1 p.m. games, we got a clearer picture. Not a clear picture, but a clearer picture of the AFC playoff scenarios. The Ravens and Dolphins were eliminated because they lost. The Chargers controlled their own destiny. Steelers were also watching that San Diego-Kansas City game with great interest because a Chargers loss would have gotten Pittsburgh into the playoffs. All right, so we've set the table. That'll help us just eat what we've put on the table. We got Ron Jaworski. We got Damian Woody back on a live SportsCenter. Let's get to the highlight itself and why the Steelers' range of emotions up and down. I mean, it was a roller coaster for the Steelers. All right, so two teams on the field, one team watching, Jamal Charles watching, Alex Smith watching, Andy Reid opting to rest his starters. They're locked into the 5 seed. Let's go to the fourth quarter. The Chargers had something to play for. They're down 10. Phillip Rivers continuing a good season, John.
Phillip Rivers had a tremendous season, and he orchestrates offense beautifully at the line of scrimmage, as he did all throughout this game against the Chiefs yesterday.
How about Keenan Allen breaking John Jefferson's rookie receiving record from the 70s for the Bolts, goes over 1,000 yards. 8 seconds remaining here for the Chiefs after the Chargers tie it. Ryan Suckup from 41 yards. Drifting. Ooh, drifting. It is wide, and Steelers fans are lamenting. They needed this, and they should have had a second chance.
Should have had a second chance.
More than 6 on one side of the line.
Only allowed 6.
That should have been a penalty, obviously, and you give Ryan Suckup another chance, more than likely he hits that field goal.
Especially from 5 yards closer. Exactly. All right, so Phillip Rivers fired up. We go to overtime. Chargers 4th and 2 at their own 28. Damon, you like to call the fake punt?
Well, listen, when you're playing for your playoff life, I don't know if necessarily you need to make this call. You got to play percentages right here. Kick the ball and allow your defense to come out and play.
And they got a tad lucky as well. Hey, you played to win the game, as Herm would say, right?
They ruled that forward momentum had been halted, so the Chargers keep the ball. They tack on a field goal at the end of the drive. It doesn't win overtime anymore, all right? So the Chiefs get the ball back, and they lose 5 yards on the first play. 2 incompletions from Chase Daniels. Now he's over the line, and well, that wouldn't have counted even if it was complete. 4th and 15, that's it. Bolts win. They advance to the playoffs. Phillip Rivers improving to 30-6 in his career in December. That's Tom Brady. That's Roger Staubach territory with a minimum of 10 starts. Meanwhile, now, should these two teams meet up again in the playoffs, so we'll get to that in a second, San Diego has Kansas City's number here. They've won 6 of 7 against the Chiefs, and they've had their first winning season now since 2010. All right, back here on camera, in studio with Jaws and Woody. And Jaws, let's start with you. You talk about the Bolts. You talk about some momentum, winning 4 straight, going into the playoffs. How dangerous could San Diego be?
Well, San Diego is very dangerous, and I love Phillip Rivers. You watch him play the game. We saw those shots. He has that little kid enthusiasm about the game, which you have to love. But I think this game is going to be determined by the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, Andy Dalton. Andy has got to calm down in the playoffs. He threw 4 interceptions yesterday. In the playoffs, every possession is critical. You must protect that football like it's a block of gold. And Andy Dalton has every dimension a quarterback could want at his disposal. A strong running game with Benjarvis Green-Ellis. And, of course, Gio Bernard, that little quickster coming out of the backfield. A couple outstanding tight ends. And Eifert does a tremendous job if he's healthy. Got to get him healthy. Wide receivers, A.J. Green, explosive. And, oh, by the way, Woody, a very athletic offensive line. But it's all about turnovers, so Andy Dalton must protect the football.
It's a rematch of a December 1st game where the Bengals did beat the Chargers, and that was in San Diego. Now you got to go into the jungle and try to tangle with the Bengals. All right, we also have a rematch on the other side in the wild card. We've got the Chiefs and we've got the Colts. Colts win into Arrowhead. They won that game. This one's going to be in Indy. What do you think the key is there, Damian?
Well, I like the Chiefs, and a lot of times when you face a team in that close a time situation, usually the rematch favors the other side. You're pretty familiar about the things you didn't do well in the game. The Chiefs are going to be well rested. They had guys, especially those 2 outside pass rushers. They weren't playing in the game the first time. They weren't healthy. So I like those guys are coming off the edge and attacking a weakness of the Indianapolis coach, which is their offensive line, getting after Andrew Luck, making some turnovers. Jamal Charles, healthy dose of him. I think that'll be the recipe for success for Kansas City.
All right, we've got an AFC West rematch in the division round then, forecasting ahead. You like Broncos and Chiefs, and you like Patriots and Bengals. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good offense.
I like any football game. I'm easy.
Weird that playoff NFL football is going to be a good game. Thank you very much. Ron Jaworski, Damian Woody with the latest on SportsCenter. Fans had the